Hey guys, welcome back to ECL. It's April. It's been so long. I have forgotten how to do these videos. Anyway, I hope that you guys are doing well. I've had several of you reach out and tell me that you missed me. You missed my presence on YouTube. Actually, maybe just a couple of you, but I'll pretend like it was many, many, many. Anyway, for those of you who do not know, I have experienced probably the greatest sadness of my life, and so I wanted to share a bit with you, but I also hope that you will finish this video being encouraged. So on February 12th, I received a phone call that no one ever wants to get, ever, ever, ever. I was actually in the middle of doing yoga, my own practice here at home in this very room, and I got a phone call that my son, my youngest son Jackson, had passed away in his sleep the night before. So it was absolutely the most devastating thing ever that you can experience. Shock, pain, physical pain to where I could not have anything touching my body. I just was in the floor like an animal, screaming, moaning, crying, vomiting, you name it. But that emotion has to come out. And boy, did it. And I actually said, ironically, we labor birth, but we also labor death. And if you haven't at some point in your life, you are going to. You're not going to be exempt because death is part of life. So after the initial shock, wears, it doesn't really wear off, but it dissipates to where you can get up out of the floor. Then you've got all this business to take care of and notifying people and talking to people and getting more details and then trying to understand what you just learned. And it's very surreal. It's just a very surreal thing. But I am like absolutely 1000% sure of where he is, because he had a personal relationship with Jesus, because he was a Christian. He is in heaven. Like, there's no question, there's no, if, ands, or but of where he's at. And that, for me, is what gives me the hope and the grace and the peace to deal with what I'm left to deal with here. So I know that I will see him again because I also have my own personal relationship with Jesus. So I know that I will see Jackson again, and I actually feel his presence. I know that, some people don't believe that, but for me, I do. I see signs. He visits me in dreams, just like my dad. So there's a lot of comfort that comes to me through not only my faith, but my openness to look for the signs that are around me. So with that being said, how does one grieve? We know there's the stages of grief that people go through, but I'm going to tell you that there's no right or wrong. There's no feeling guilty because you don't look like somebody else. Maybe you feel like, oh, this person handles grief so well and I can't get out of bed. There's no right or wrong. You have to go through what you go through individually, very individually. We are all different. We process emotions different. Don't get caught up. Don't allow other people to bring you down thinking that you need to be in a different place than you are. You are exactly where you need to be. If you do need help and you need to reach out and talk to someone, whether it's a professional or a friend who's been through it, absolutely surround yourself with people that can help you through that process. But also be kind to yourself and gentle with yourself, that this is very individual and it looks very, very different. I handle my emotions completely different than other people. So my grief experience is also going to be different. And in addition to that, your faith and your belief system is also plays a huge role in how you handle death and dying. Because when you can get past the horrific pain of knowing you're not going to see them on this earth, but you are reminded that you will see them in eternity forever, then this is just a separation in the physical realm. So, not to get too deep, not to get y'all be like, what is she talking about? But that is what I believe, and it does help me get through that process. So, I wanted to share with you guys, though, in my experience. So, I go around all day long singing, cutting up, just by myself, like with the dogs, whatever. And after Jackson died, there was no song in my heart. None. None. And then a few weeks after, I was walking through the kitchen and a little song came in my head and I started singing out loud. And I was like, oh my gosh. I wasn't aware that I didn't have a song in my heart. But then I acknowledged I did have a song in my heart and I was healing. And just like that, things start opening up. You can smile more. You can see things clearly. You can appreciate the birds, the butterflies, the flowers. You're starting to be like engaging again with the normal rhythm of life and who you are. And it will happen to you, whether it's conscious or unconscious. You can only stay in a state of like when I was in the floor in that moment, you can't stay there forever. Like your brain will switch for it's not, you're not going to be there forever. Sometimes it feels like we're stuck in something forever, but we're not. So just have faith that you're going to get through it, and you're going to get through it with a song, and you're going to get through it with a smile. And it's okay to be like, I don't want to sing. I don't want to, because you feel like you don't deserve it because someone's died but you know what? It will happen anyway because you do deserve it, and you do deserve to be happy, and you do deserve to have a smile. And you can honor that loved one by living your life to the fullest potential and by loving other people and showing them love. So I have definitely just being completely honest, I have made this video in my head over and over and over and over, and I didn't want to because it's not pretty, it's not fun, but it's real. This is my reality. Tears will come and tears will go, but you know what? There's always a smile, and there's always a rainbow, and there's always something that you can look at and find beauty and love in. So regardless of what you're going through, just know that there's hope. Someone out there loves you. I love you, and I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Next time, no tears. I promise.